Hey folks, in today's video we're back with more Gold Stake Balatro. In this run, moments after discussing how luck is not an important facet of Balatro, several very lucky outcomes happened in a row, giving the run a strong start that I was able to leverage into an endless push. Enjoy the video. You know, getting good at anything, it requires a fair amount of experience, right? Let's greed, see if we can get something maybe a little better. It's like our money back. Also luck too. Nope, you don't need luck in this game at all. Ben, thank you for the super chat. There's very little luck involved in Balatro. Genuinely, yes. Ah, should have dug for the flush. You get experience getting money, you don't need luck. Also, welcome, Kai. Huge blue seal hit. Well, we do have a little bit of extra molt now. Okay. Not nearly enough, it turns out. Please come up short. Perfect. Let the pair spam begin. Okay. We gotta dig for that blue. Yeah, I mean, there's always a bit of luck, but, like, people fixate... When you're inexperienced into the game, people fixate way too much on how lucky or unlucky they are rather than, like, the decisions that they're making. It's, luck is not the primary factor. Is different than there is no luck involved. He says hitting a $20 lucky card. The timing of that is perfect. And the things that, like, luck actually impacts are not the things that most people think about in this game. Like, it's rarely... like, not hitting the right it's less about not hitting the right jokers or not, or the seed not being strong enough. It's mostly, in my experience, draw order is the one point where, you maybe get hit hardest by... you know, something being unlucky, and this is referring primarily to anti-8 runs. Draws are mostly luck, but that's the nature of any card game? Yes, but that decreases over the course of the run if you play it right, right? Let's go for one more. This has been a very, very good certificate. We got, what? We got all blue seals except for one purple. 0 reds, that's incredible. Pairs? It's gonna do that anyway. See if we can sneak this through.
Well met.
Might be too much. Perfect. Okay. Probably don't need the score anymore. Really need you anymore. Yeah, Death and Fool is pretty absurd. I love how moments after talking about how luck is not an important facet of this game, like nothing but good outcomes have happened for me. Egg. Let's hoard that for a little bit. What's our boss blind? I want the blue seal value too much here. One in 7, huh? Okay, so maybe not every good outcome has happened so here. Certificate is such an underrated joker. Seals are broken. Yep. That is a play. Oops. Too busy yapping. That is a play that comes with experience, right? How many new players are going to take a rental perishable certificate in that spot, right? The only way I knew how to was because I've played an obscene amount of this game. And also watch SPAF. For once, Abstract is a good joker? What do you mean for once? No, it was for sure the luck. Look, I did get lucky off of the certificate, right? And a few things after that, but like, if I didn't take the certificate, I would not be in this position right now. You want the banana to break? I'm willing to give up the supernova for it. Last time I did assert 1 in red seal, I got 7 purples and 4 blues. I got 0 reds this time, which was phenomenal for me. Any more blues? Nope. 50 chips? It's a Sly Joker. I have a lot of jacks here. I'm just gonna play this. Do need something multiplicative soon, which is why I'm trying to farm the banana. I'm gonna start holding these as well to fish for a constellation. Oh, we did. Speaking of Sly Joker. Let's take a peek. Wouldn't mind a glass Joker even at this point. That could be a problem. Maybe I forgot to cycle the riffraff. I think I need to hold the glass for the boss though. We might just need to re-roll it. That might be the better play. Now we farm the Cavendish. It's free, so why not? It's fine. $17.20. Come back for the hand size. Unless we get an immolate here. Deja Vu could be fine if we get another chariot. I also considered just putting it on a stone card though. Take the 8. Riffraff cannot give another Michael. It just Cavendish takes the spot in the rotation. Doc? I mean, that's something, I guess. Even if it's an overall pretty poor Joker.
Well met.
There it is. Okay. I was hoping to farm it off of the riffraff, but I mean, the important thing is that we did get it. should have a pretty good time getting through from here, I think. Have you ever considered playing with a texture pack for the Jokers? New players already have a hard enough time recognizing what's going on screen without a texture pack. Just take that. So anyone had Cavendish and Gross Michael at the same time? It seemed pretty difficult. Yes, I have. I onked a Michael, and then one broke, and immediately a Cavendish came back around. Fairly certain. It's bananas, yeah. Nyom. So it's like an Ante one, Michael, Onk, and then break is the way that it worked for me. Honestly, this mime is not bad. So we want to be making more steel anyway. $24 probably does a little bit more than that right now. Cool. Looking for 8s. Here's one. Oops. Minus $6. Jacking. Got quite a few of those. It's not unlikely to happen. Whoops. We only need one blue seal to get mine value anyway. We don't really need to care about the gold card that much. Do I want another Eternal? It'd have to be the rebate that goes. We are incentivized to make steel anyway, but... And we could take an Ecto because we're on Ghost Deck. I think it's probably fine. No! Come back! We've got enough rocks. Steel? Neat. It's a death in my fool. We kill the mime? Guess we kill the mime. It's maybe the second worst option. It's definitely not good. So we'll just find the mime again. YouTube chat is about to go wild after hearing that? I mean, simply look up and see Twitch chat doing the same. Who's the worst? I mean, Chico probably isn't super useful just because of the build and the situation, the fact that we have the reroll voucher, but Crib simply does nothing. At this stage, like, we can't really... It's what, like, ×4? Yeah, let's gamble. Chad, I missed the mime. Surely you pivot to trip here. Surely you're baiting. Good dodge. Foiled again. Minutes. Sub Ante 11 without Trib pivot. And where do you think we'll get with the Trib pivot? Lobotomy factory working overtime today? It'll happen. Of course, now it's obviously my mission to beat Ante 11, which seems somewhat feasible with this. Actually, the mime was the better copy here. Just saying that hand's good enough to beat Ante 11. Over the Jokers, that's dope. Yeah, you can also thank the creator of the mod who is in chat right now, Edelo. For death. Let's just go here. It's 3 is the breakpoint for a mime copy. I have a few steel that isn't red sealed yet. I think we can get away with being a bit greedy here since our score is not in danger. We don't really need any more blue seals, right? I think we can take that just to pump some more steel. That's honestly a pretty good situation for it. Set up for next ante.
Well met.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a non-red seal steel here because I want to make sure that we immediately start copying the red seal with the DNA because of the catastrophic setup that we had last time. Voitoy, thank you for the 5. Blow it up. Chad, I'm beginning to suspect that maybe mime over the crib was a good play. Reroll. I should have checked for an ecto before opening that. Cats. I think I like getting more steel. We do have another naked red seal at the moment. Boss blind is a problem, but we just probably reroll it. So maybe reroll it now. Huge. Felt like Trib was better, didn't say anything about it, and it was proven dead wrong, so I'll take it. I mean, there is a world where the Trib could have been the play. I think we were locked in with double Eternal Jokers at that point, so we didn't really have that much we could have done with it. Like, if I had known that the DNA was coming, yeah, maybe we get time to set up for... Let's just do this. Maybe we get time to set up for the Red Seal Queens, but I only had one Red Seal Queen at the time. That's not really a justification for a pivot. And you can't use the hindsight of finding the DNA to make your decisions. Jesus. Well, now I probably would have gotten a lot farther with the Trib. But we would have had no room for the sock, so we would have just had to rely on red seals. This ends up being a more interesting run anyway. Actually, I could have looked at that Ankh there, couldn't I? Maybe not. Might even be able to get to Ante 12 with this now that we have the blueprint here. Say we have a decent chance at that, yeah. Took the sock and Trib, I'm 99% sure you would have died from unlucky draws. Well, I wouldn't take the sock early. I would have to like set up my deck before I can consider taking the sock. Right, we would have just been pair spamming with the Trib for a bit until we could... until this showed up, but again, without this, we don't really have a Trib build. Sock was literally in the roll after the Trib, yeah, so I sell the Cavendish and then die, right? So I wouldn't, like, I couldn't buy, I sincerely could not buy that sock. Even if I was trying to make the pivot. I guess I don't necessarily die. I die if I don't draw my hand, which was difficult to do in that spot. Either way, both paths lead to a pretty absurd run. Me and my 5 kings. I'm gonna miss this DNA. Steel, in general, better than glass. They are different sides of the same coin, I guess, right? You're probably going to rely on one or the other for an endless build. you want to think about what type of hand you're playing. If you're playing a hand that leaves a lot of cards in hand, like a pair or high card, you're going to want to lean towards steal. If you play a hand that relies on playing a lot of cards, then you're going to want, with something like a sock and buskin or even a hanging chad, that's when you want to think about I don't really need money right now, right? That's when you want to think about going glass. So, as usual, the context dictates which one is better. Left card into right card moment. Manifesting negative Perkio, can't take a Perkio. Because I would have to sell the Brainstorm to get a Perkio. Or even a chance at a Perkio, which doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. Also, a Perkio does almost nothing for us. Perkio plus Cryptid, though. Sure. But am I going to risk just dying on the spot and then also losing the potential? No. It's still not good, right? Because we have to sell the Brainstorm. The Brainstorm makes the Perkio, like, marginally viable. We just lose faster because we make that play. Negative Perkio? How do I get a negative Perkio if I can't take a soul card because I have no Joker slots? I meant to take that steal. We can probably start cutting these now. Smart is shattered now. They've just been rage baiting this whole time. So. I think they got what they were after. Which is the attention. Alright. With good draws, I think we can beat this ante. I think that counts. At negative shoot the moon would go hard. It would contribute almost nothing to our score. We have 65 flat molds. A Joker might be interesting at this point. It's not all about Jokers. We're done getting Jokers. Our Joker roster is full. Like, the only Joker that we can sell right now is a Brainstorm. What Joker is going to be better than Brainstorm, which copies our best Joker? .2 on the Steel Joker. come up a little bit short here now. This draw might have just saved. Dara's been doo-doo? That's fine. We got pretty good ones, like, while the DNA was still alive. We really could not get closer here. So better to sell the brain for Baron. What does Baron do for me? I have 4 kings in the deck. So we would need... Each piece of steel is 3,375 right now, right? We would need a joker that gives me more than 3,375 per hand here in order to justify the ecto. I don't think I can get a quarter of the way there. I maybe should have just, like, tried to roll each round for... What if we just do this and try and beat the blind? I think we can get through the ante with the cryptid. Is it true that every run is winnable? Almost certainly, yeah. Let's look for a red seal really greeted out here. Okay. It's the best we can do. Unfortunate. GG. Not bad for a bearer build.